Hey you and welcome, I'm Mr. Barry. In this video we're going to be talking about the Tesla updates. Now, as you may or may not know, Tesla cars receive over-the-air updates every week to 2 weeks. And these are usually very minor. They change minor things within the user interface or within some of the features or options that we see in the car. But the latest one that we got here makes some major changes to the user interface and some of the controls. So I thought, well, this is a little bit different than the normal typical updates that we've been receiving, so I better go over this one in more detail. Some of the things that you're going to see differently is that if you look on your steering wheel, you have the buttons and the scroll wheels up there. We now have new options and new controls from those buttons. The other things I did notice too is a different text, different sounds, and a number of other little different enhancements which really kind of dial it in the user interface. So let's take a look at these, you and I. Come on. I'm going to start with a quick review of some of the controls that you see within the car. Over on the steering wheel, you'll notice that you have two scroll wheels. The one on the left normally controls media, but now with this update, you can customize that to control other features in the car with a long press down. On the right hand side, you see another scroll wheel that normally controls the following distance, as well as your cruise control speed, as well as the microphone, so you can actually control the car with voice commands. Now on the screen itself, it's a touch screen, so you can actually just tap different controls and control the car that way as well. If you look at the screen right now, you notice I'm at a stoplight, and at the lower left hand corner is my blind spot camera, which is showing my blind spot there on the screen, so I can see that there's nothing there. On the right hand side, we have a map there that shows you where you are on the earth, and then below that we have the media center. We can select different music there. You can actually use your voice to simply say play, and then you name a song and it'll play that song for you. Below that we have different icons such as make a phone call, the radio, cameras, as well as many others. So now let's look at the newest updates from 2023.12.11. And the very first thing that you're going to notice is the text size. It's larger, so no more squinting at the screen as before. If you look at the very top left-hand corner, you see your actual speed that you're traveling down the highway. And then towards the middle where it says max, that is your cruise control speed that you actually control with the scroll wheel. So if you scroll up, it increases your speed. If you scroll down, it decreases your speed, just like a cruise control. The difference is if there's an object in front of you or a slow-moving car, it will slow down to the following distance there for safety. And if you look on the right-hand side, it says the posted speed limit. So you're probably wondering, why am I going 26 miles per hour? Well, it was a lot of traffic. There was school buses in front of me, so I was basically going 26 miles per hour during this time. If you look above towards the top left-hand corner, there's your gear selection. So you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And then you see a steering wheel with a blue circle around it. That lets you know that the car is not only controlling the speed and braking, but it also controls the steering wheel. So if something was to get in the way of the car, it slows down or stops. Just the other night, someone ran the stop sign as I was traveling down the road. They T-boned the car that was approaching me on the opposite lane. Then both cars basically went out of control and careened towards me as I was approaching them. And believe it or not, but the car took evasive action, moved around the two cars and avoided even getting a flat tire or anything, and then stopped on the side there after the accident. None of the cars struck me because the Tesla actually avoided all the obstacles in the path. And there was a lot. There was tires, there was pieces of cars, just fenders and everything else just flying around. The Tesla didn't get a scratch because it avoided and went around the accident. And as you can see here, it was a bad accident. So people often ask me, do you trust the car's ability to avoid accidents? And I say, yes, I do trust the car's ability, because the response time was faster than what I even knew what was going on. I had my hands on the wheel and I was looking out, but everything occurred so fast that I didn't even know what was going on until I was already on the other side of the cars. Now that speaks volumes for the safety of the Tesla cars. They are extremely safe, but they're only getting safer with each of these updates. Some eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that down on my screen it says speed limited to 90 miles per hour. What's up with that? Well, I have 3 teenage sons and some of them have driver's license, and so what I've done is in the settings I reduced the max speed there to 90 miles per hour, and I also put it in a permanent chill mode so that they can basically go the speed limit a little bit easier, because the car can go really fast really quick. So getting back to this update, you'll notice if you go to display, you'll see the text size, which is brand new. I'm using the standard one, but you do have a large one there, which really increases the font size just for those who need it. And the next one we have is control search. So you can now use search function for quicker access to controls and settings. Go to controls, then search and enter in your search term. You can even make the changes directly from the results, or tap the link to jump to that panel within the controls. And next is points of interest. You can see photos and reviews when you select a point of interest or a supercharger location. Up next is phone call controls. Control your phone calls from the steering wheel. Use the left scroll button to answer or decline incoming calls. While you're on the call, you can use it to mute or unmute yourself or even hang up. And next we have the scroll wheel customization. Do more with the left scroll button on the steering wheel. You can adjust settings like the brightness, acceleration mode, or perform actions like toggling the camera app, opening up the glove box, and saving dash cam footage. Long press the left scroll button to bring up a list of functions and scroll through the list. As you can see here, we have temperature, fan speed, display brightness, save dash cam footage, acceleration mode, camera, defrost, dome lights, and the glove box. And next we have gear chimes. The chime will now sound when you put it in gear. As you can see here, it's pretty nifty. And the next one we have is the voice recognition language. We now have the British English is now available as a voice recognition language. And just to let you know, it's really easy to control the car with your voice. You just hit that button once and then say your commands. So there you go. You now know more about the controls for the user interface of the Tesla. And just to let you know too, the prices of the cars has really come down. So now after the instant rebates there, it's $32,500 for a Tesla Model 3. As you can see here, you get $7,500 off that $39,000 price. So if you like these types of videos, please click on that thumbs up, comment down below if you have an idea for a future video, or if you have a question on the topic or anything to do with technology. Thank you there, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel there. Alrighty, well you all have a very good day, and bye-bye.